gives a lot of people talk about things, but then there's some action groups out there. So I'm gonna cut right to it in terms of the resolution. Whereas the Houston PetSet recognizes that through no fault of their own, thousands of pets have been abandoned throughout Harris County. These are dogs and cats that could bring joy to the lives of families throughout communities. And whereas Houston PetSet began its mission to end the homelessness and suffering of companion animals, help us help them. In the last 20 years, Houston PetSet has become one of the premier animal advocacy groups. And whereas Houston PetSet has 6 impact areas, these are spay and neuter, rescue, adopt, transport, community service, education, cruelty prevention, research, and advocacy. These impact areas serve as the organization's multifaceted framework and approach throughout the animal welfare community. And whereas Houston PetSet is a leader in researching stray pet census, COVID-19 impacts on animal welfare, and how the stray animal problem has impacted the quality of life in Harris County. And whereas Houston PetSet is dedicated to continuing its mission of advocating for a better outcome for our pets, stray animals, which in turn benefits all humans. Now therefore be it resolved, Harris County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes and thanks Houston PetSet. I think we have the leaders of that. We have Tina and Tama here this morning. So would you join us? We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Ramsey. I'm Tama Lundquist, co-president of Houston PetSet, one of the taller ones here. Houston PetSet has been fighting on behalf of animals in Houston for nearly 20 years, and we're encouraged because in many ways we're making some progress. When we look back at what we've accomplished, with more than $4 million we've granted to animal rescues and welfare organizations, we know we've made a difference for all of those groups. When we remember the thousands of animals we've transported from local Houston shelters and rescues to be adopted into loving homes, we know we've made a difference for those pets. And when we consider the thousands of owned pets we've spayed, neutered, microchipped, and vaccinated for free, we know that the difference we've made for those pets and their families will have lasting impact for many generations. When we domesticated these animals, we made them a promise, and we have a moral and ethical obligation to them. Thank you, Commissioner Harris. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Lyndon Rose, who brought us together. And thank you to our wonderful team who works in the trenches every day. Thank you. Yes, we are identical twins, working together every day. I'm Tina Lundquist-Faust, co-president of Houston PetSet. Commissioner Ramsey, Judge Hidalgo, and Harris County Commissioners, thank you so much for this recognition today. Your attention to animal welfare means so much to Houston PetSet and to the tens of thousands of volunteers working hard every day to care for and rescue Harris County's shelter pets and street animals. This is a crisis we face together. It impacts the quality of life, public health, and public safety of not just animals, but people. Animals on the street suffer greatly. They face hunger, fear, agitation, and eventually become a risk to people. The number of animals on our streets and shelters is at an all-time high, which is why the recognition of the work that we do and attention to animal welfare are so critical. We thank you, Commissioner Ramsey, for the work that you have done so far, and we look forward to working with all of you to help solve this problem that we know is solvable. We have learned much from visiting other cities and reviewing other models. And I just want to say, time is up. This is an important cause. There are a lot of important causes here today, and it's not a either-or proposition. Animals affect the quality of life of people, and it's a situation that we're ready to address, we're poised to address, and work together with all of you on it. Shout out to our team that's here also.
Thank you.